I'm titling this video something along the lines of which warm season grass is the easiest to grow from seed. And based on these three pots, I'm going to Hey guys, this is Brian Mounts over on turfmechanic.com and this channel. Today I'm coming to you with a video about warm season grasses, growing warm season grasses from seed. Over here on my barbecue, I have pots of grass. 3 of these pots are warm season grasses. Take a look at this. This right here is Bermuda grass. We're growing this in southeast Oregon. We're at 4,200 feet. This is thoroughly cold season territory. This grass is doing amazing. Right here, we have Zoysia grass. This grass looks pretty nice, but not as nice as that. Now this Zoysia grass, I have not cut once yet. The Bermuda grass I've cut, and now it's due for a second cut. Look at that. This is looking amazing. Now, before I really show you the third one, I want to talk to you a little bit about what I had planned for this video and how it has completely changed. Approximately 7 weeks prior to me filming this, I wanted to make a video about how fast you could grow and establish warm season grasses from seed. Now, it is really likely that you've heard over and over and over again that people in warm season territories do not grow warm season grasses from seeds. They put down sod, they put down plugs, and then they allow those grass types to spread horizontally and really just kind of fill in the area. Because if you grow them from seed, it takes too long for them to establish, and when you're dealing with the weed pressure of the summer, that's when that weed pressure is the greatest. Now, I wanted to try it out for myself. I've grown all of the primary cold season grasses here in pots, and I have videos here on this channel that have helped a lot of people. I wanted to do this for the warm season grasses. So here's the third one, Centipede. Look at how sad this is. We're talking 7 weeks, and this is all I got to show for it. Now, I'm titling this video something along the lines of which warm season grass is the easiest to grow from seed. And based on these 3 pots, I'm going to say Bermuda is easily the easiest to grow from seed. And Centipede, from this particular isolated experience, is darn near impossible. The Zoysia grass actually started out even better than the Bermuda grass. Now the Zoysia, I don't know if I even have pictures of this, but the Zoysia and the Bermuda grass all started germinating before 7 days. Like in less than a week, I had my first germinations. If you know anything about how grass germinates, or any seeds germinate, you get the little tap root starts going down out of the seed before any foliage starts going up. So whether you're, I don't know, you're growing celery or tomatoes or grass, it's all the same. The taproot goes down, and then after a few days or after some time, then the sprout starts coming up the surface. So in my Zoysia grass, my initial sprouts that were coming up, they looked amazing. But one common thing that people don't know about how seeds germinate and how root systems get established is the very first thing that happens is that germination root goes down, and then after that, the sprout comes up. But then that germination root is not the permanent root. In that little middle zone in between the foliage and the root are little nodes that come in the crown and the stem. All of that sort of stuff starts forming, and new permanent roots start growing down and replacing that initial taproot. What I found with the Zoysia is a lot of my sprouts looked really, really good. And then after a couple weeks, many of them, maybe like 70% of my taproots just started dying off, and the leaves just folded over and started dying. And I slowly got new germination rates, and some of the ones that made it continued to grow. And what I'm left with here is a pretty nice carpet of grass. And some of these things, as you get in really close, you'll see, you know, we've got some thin blades. But then like over here, like that right there, where is it? Look at that. That's a nice, thick, mature looking blade. So a lot of these blades of grass, 7 weeks in, are still not maturing, but I am starting to get a little bit. And I have yet to mow this or cut it a single time. Contrast that to the Bermuda grass. All of the seed really took, and almost nothing died off through the whole experience. But the Centipede really surprised me. The Centipede, my first germinated seed came up at day 9, I think it was, and the vast majority of the seeds never showed a sprout until at least kind of in that day 21 to 25 range. So in between 3 and 4 weeks. And I had pretty good germination. At one point I counted, like I literally counted individual sprouts. I counted 115 sprouts were in this pot a few weeks ago. And over the course of the last few weeks, they just haven't thrived at all. I don't know if it's the soil. I don't know if the soil is too rich for it. It's certainly not too hot or too cold. We're getting down to about 55 degrees at night, and we're up into the 90s every single day. While I germinated these things, because it was at the end of May, I actually took them into my laundry room and I put a space heater on them, because these grass seeds, these warm season grass seeds, germinate best when minimum temperatures are 70 degrees or higher. Like, they really kind of need average temperatures around 75. Or even more than that. So with the space heater in my laundry room, I had all of these seeds going for 2.5 weeks straight at approximately 75 degrees stable temperature. And then as seeds germinated, to get them sun, I brought them outside during the day where it was nice and hot. And we went through the Pacific Northwest heat wave of 2021, where we got up into the 100-degree temperatures at the end of June. These grass systems really should be thriving right now. And of the 3 that I've been growing, the Bermuda is doing fantastic. The Zoysia is holding its own. And the Centipede, I have no idea if any of this stuff is going to take. Now, all of these grass types are going to spread horizontally. Bermuda is, it's got stolons and rhizomes. It's going to spread. Centipede and Zoysia are going to do the same thing. So if I can keep any of this Centipede alive, I'm curious to see how it thickens up over the course of the next couple months until temperatures here where I live start dipping down a little bit too low. Centipede is also quite interesting to me personally, because from my research of it, living where I live, it doesn't actually go dormant during the winter. It just stays green and green and green until it's experienced too much of a freeze, and then it just dies. So around here, I expect it to kind of stay green for a long time and then just die almost overnight if I can get it through the summer. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty interesting experiment, growing warm season grass types by seed. Now, there are a couple other main warm season grass types that I did not even attempt to grow by seed. Bahia is typically grown kind of in that Georgia area. It thrives in hot, humid environments, like pure humidity. And where I live, it's just bone dry all the time during the summer. So although we've been experiencing the heat necessary throughout the summer to grow it, it's just too dry, and I didn't even want to give it a try. The other one is St. Augustine. St. Augustine is something that you can't grow by seed. I don't know of any possible way to grow St. Augustine from seed. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know, like black magic, like the aliens sent it down from space. It just is. It's just sod and plugs. I cannot access that up here where I live, and since I can't grow it by seed, I didn't try it. I am curious. I want to try it. But for the time being, that's going to be a project for another day. I'll leave you with this right now. Everyone says that if you want to establish a new warm season lawn with Bermuda or any of the warm season grasses, you really should be putting down sod and plugs. Seed is an option, but when you put the seed down, it is so hard to get this stuff to germinate and establish itself. But of these 3, if you're going to seed a warm season lawn, I'm going to say Bermuda is your best bet. Contradict me down in the comments. All of you warm season guys that are dealing with these grass types all the time, day in and day out, let me know what I don't know, because I want to learn.